It is Wednesday, September 14th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we are back with our three favorite picks of the day. We got two game picks, one no one for sitting, and one parlay of the day coming right up.
As always, guys, just do us a favor. If you aren't already subbed to our channel, go down and hit that subscribe button. Austin and I crank out the content. It's football season, so we got football, baseball, and eventually basketball coming you guys' way.
100%. Let's close in on 37 or 38,000 subscribers. Now, we've had back-to-back sweeps. Let's recap yesterday. Unfortunately, yesterday was the wrong kind of sweep, as it was an 0-3 day. Diamondbacks, they only held the Dodgers to 4 runs, just couldn't score any. Angels team total over 3.5. They had 4 hits. They did not get that done. And then the most frustrating one was probably the Blue Jays Rays, no one first inning. Manoah gets scratched in the first game. Naturally, the guy that they replace him with gives up a run. And of course, Manoah pitches a gem in the second game. So the Nerfy was a good call. It just unlucky. We can't control pitcher changes. Now our parlay of the day does make up some units. So if you tail the parlay, congrats to you, at least won something back. But I have a couple quick notes. Let's got out of the bad stuff. Now, college football, week 3 best bets. Go check that out. It's already live on the channel. It'll be linked down below in the comments. Week 2 best bets for the NFL will be live at 12 p.m. Eastern time. It'll probably be a premiere. So we'll see you guys in the chat in case you guys want to ask some questions. And Chiefs Chargers, which is the Thursday night football game, will be live later tonight, I believe 8 p.m. Eastern time. So a lot of fun content. We have a couple new All-Stars. Ken Core, Keith Biggins, Ruben, and Eric. We appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, but that is not even the biggest thing. We're going to throw it to Logan because today actually is Logan's birthday. It is a big day, and that means that we are due a great day for the sportsbooks, a great bounce back day. So Logan, happy birthday. Thank you for waking up every single morning for these videos. I don't know how many we've done in a row, but we appreciate you guys. And Logan, what's your play for the day?
Yeah, let's have a winning birthday day, right? We're going to the A's versus Rangers game. I'm taking the under 8.5 total runs in this one. We're back to totals, minus 110 on points bet, as Austin's showing right here. You can get it at 8.5 or be really bold and get it at 8 for plus value. But I do like it, of course, at 8.5 better. Yesterday, yucky, I took a wrong line against my will. But today we're back to totals, and that's where we've been really successful, right? Last night, if you look at the final score between these two teams, they had some fireworks, right? 8-7. Tonight, we're going to see less fireworks. I'm proclaiming that. Dane Dunning is starting for the Rangers today. 3.48 ERA versus Oakland this season. So, I mean, that's an okay ERA. Dane Dunning by no means is an ace, but he's also not, hopefully a catastrophic pitcher. Look at his stats. They're like painfully average. 3.35 ERA at home, 3.78 ERA in his last 3 games. So I like that the ERA still is under 4. Dane Dunning go out and pitch a solid start. Oakland, if you look at the offense, on the year, Oakland's offense is just due some hard regression, right? They just can't keep scoring all these runs. 25th in batting average, 24th in OPS on the road. Oakland is hitting 257 in their last 3 games, which is a solid batting average for sure. Oakland also has scored 10 and 7 runs in their last 2 games. That's due some hard regression, right? If you look at it, I just was looking at the A's past 10 games, right? You could look at the full season, but every time they've scored a lot, the next game they follow it up with a 1 or 2 run type performance. I think we could easily see that today. Dane Dunning is a crafty enough pitcher to get the job done. Now on the other side, we got JP Sears, right? 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs versus Texas when he faced them back in August. So I like that he was able to have a really good start already against this Rangers team. And Sears, he's due a hard bounce back after 2 innings pitched, 6 earned runs versus the White Sox. You guys remember, I actually did call that he was going to get rocked in that game. And sure enough, he did, because the White Sox hit lefties really well. Well, if you look at how the Rangers have been hitting lefties well, Texas is only hitting 219 in their last 3 games versus lefties. On the season, they're better, but their last 3 games, they just haven't, hit lefties as well as their season stats indicate. So I think JP Sears is in line for a hard bounce back today. Texas also 20th in batting average, 22nd in OPS during the month of September. Look, I love the Texas top half of the order. They got some big names, a lot of power up there. The bottom half of the order to me is really where it really falls off hard. And I just don't see enough offensive consistency there from the Rangers to ever pick an over with any confidence. So we're on the under today. Texas, 12th in bullpen ERA. I do like their bullpen. I think they could come in and start and keep this game under. And Oakland, 23rd in bullpen ERA. Oakland has a few sus guys in there at Zach Logue. Please, Zach Logue, don't come in. I don't need you today. But we should be really good on this one. I do love the A's versus Rangers under. That's what we're rolling with. But Austin, what do you got for us today?
So, Logan, I'm hoping the birthday luck comes to you and you get a no sweat bet, but naturally they'll probably have 7 runs going into the ninth. But that's just how it works. Now, my pick is going to be we're going to go away from team total. I didn't really like any today, but it'll go the Twins, first 5 run line, minus 0.5 versus the Royals. It is minus 125 on BetMGM. And you can go to, other books. DraftKings pretty good, Barstool pretty good. FanDuel, you see at minus 140, which is pretty telling because I think FanDuel's a pretty sharp book and they got the plus 114 on the Royals. Now, if you've been following the Call on Our Shot channel for a while, you would have probably expected this play to come out of me. Now, if you're new, I'll inform you because Zach Greinke is on the road today, and we've been talking about Greinke. Great at home, terrible on the road. Here's the splits at home: 4-2 record, 1.93 WHIP or 1.93 ERA, a 1.12 WHIP, and a 250 batting average allowed. Pretty solid. When he's at home, we're probably going to be taking the team total under for the other team. On the road, he's 0-6, a 6.33 ERA, a 1.59 WHIP, and a 322 batting average allowed. I don't know what it is about going on the road. I mean, he's an older pitcher, like I've talked about. Maybe he just doesn't like sleeping in the hotel bedrooms. I don't really know. But in his 3 starts versus the Twins, he's also struggled. 0-3, 4.20 ERA, a 1.60 WHIP, and a 339 batting average allowed. The Twins have been able to get runners on base and been able to knock them in. Although I would argue that his ERA probably should be higher given his WHIP. And look at the plate appearances for the Twins, 106 of them versus Greinke in their career. 8.5 strikeout percentage and a 325 expected batting average. So I do think the Twins can score some runs. We do think by yesterday, the Royals did not get their first hit until the top of the 9th inning. And while I do think they get more hits today, I do think that we'll see, another Twins good performance. And all we need is a 1-0 lead, and that we can certainly get it. Now, Sonny Gray will start for the Twins, and he's been pretty good at home this year. 2.97 ERA, a 1.20 WHIP, and a 220 batting average allowed. In his 2 starts versus Kansas City, been even better. Throwing 12 innings pitched, allowed only 5 hits and 1 earned run over that time. That's a 0.97 ERA. And they have 67 plate appearances versus Gray, 26.9 strikeout percentage, and a 221 expected batting average. So despite the Royals getting almost no hit yesterday, I do think they bounced back a little bit today, but I do think that this Twins team is much better, obviously contending for a playoff spot. And we've seen Greinke time and time again not be very good on the road. So I'm going to be fading them. I like the Twins minus 0.5 in that first 5-run line. Now, I really did want to make this my official pick, which would be the Tigers plus 2.5. In my opinion, no team is worth laying 2.5 on just 2.5 runs against. They're facing the Astros, and I'll give you a spoiler. This will be my parlay of the day leg. You have to wait for the second leg, but I think the Tigers have not only a chance to win this game outright, but I think they at least cover this plus 2.5. You don't lay 2.5 runs. You just don't. Ask people who bet the Mets with DeGrom yesterday, and you'll hear their pain. But that's just not. You just can't do that. So I think the Tigers plus 2.5 is a pretty good look. But without further ado, we all know what time it is. It's Nerfy Nation time, baby. We need the music. Scrolling down, we're getting the rock music because we absolutely need it. Because yesterday was a brutal day. We didn't deserve what happened yesterday. We need to fly these flags. It's Nerfy Nation time, baby. And we got a good one today. We got a good one because we'll be going to the Phillies and Marlins game and taking the no-run first inning, 6 quick and easy outs, minus 120 on BetMGM. We're seeing all the other books around the same value. DraftKings a little bit more juice, Caesars too. But let's talk about this one now. On the mound for the Marlins today will be Edward Cabrera. 8-2 on no-run first innings, 1-0 versus the Phillies. So he's been able to get dialed in on them. And you look at Philly, just 12th in first inning runs. Their offense has been pretty quiet as of lately. So hopefully they don't kind of fire that up in this game. But I really do think Cabrera, he's a really good pitcher. He has put away pitches in case we do get some runners on base. But I think Cabrera can get me those first 3 outs. Who's pitching for the Phillies today, Logan?
Yeah, we've got Kyle Gibson going, right? Kyle Gibson, 23-4 on Nerfies. 9-2 on the road, which is actually a lot better than I thought. I thought Gibson was a lot worse than that. No, he's actually been really solid in the first inning. And also something worth noting, Gibson 5-0 on Nerfies versus Miami. So he's seen them 5 times and has yet to allow a first inning run versus Miami. I'm knocking on wood on that one, right? Miami also 30th in first inning runs, right? We know this Marlins team really does struggle to score runs. And Gibson is a crafty enough pitcher to hopefully get some soft contact, ground ball outs in the first inning. That's all we're asking. No, keep the walks out of the first inning, Gibson. Over under set to 7.5. They don't expect a ton of runs between these two teams. I feel really good about this one, but we'll talk about another lean we had. Angels versus Guardians, Nerfy. That one starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I mean, if you're looking for an early slate, Nerfy, I think that one's a decent look. Pirates is also kind of a decent look. I feel like you're going to have a lot of people betting the Nerfies in those. But we're going with this one. We just think it is a little bit safer given Gibson sample size versus Miami.
Yeah, we just think Gibson and Cabrera are a little bit good, a little bit better. But like Logan said, that Angels Guardians one's pretty decent. I think Sandoval's on the mound for the Angels, and we know the Guardians have struggled versus left-handed pitchers. And then you got Quantrell, with despite his, a lot of people don't like back at Quantrell. He's been very good for no one first inning. So that's going to do that. Those are our 3 plays of the day, our parlay of the day. Naturally, we smacked yesterday's. Hopefully, we can do it again. I already said Tigers plus 2.5 was my leg. Logan's riding with Padres, Mariners under 7.5 plus 226 value. Look, let's get it done. Let's go hit the parlay of the day. Let's go get our 3-0 sweep. Got a couple videos popping up on the screen. Go check those out. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, happy birthday to Logan. It's going to be a great day. And we'll see you guys back again. Same time, same place. We'll see you guys again Thursday morning.